Hello guys, it's D to the B, and this message is going to show up in my videos from now on. Please check if you are subscribed, because YouTube has been automatically unsubscribing people from certain channels, which this has even happened to me. My friend Alex and I were talking like 2 months ago, and he said that he was automatically unsubscribed by YouTube without him even knowing. So if you're a supporter, please check if you're still subscribed. You never know what could happen. And if you're not, and you like today's video, please subscribe and enjoy the video. Hello guys, it's D to the B here with Firebrand again, or known as...
Necromancer Cobalt.
Yeah, he changed his name. So we're gonna talk about the new Bad Batch series trailer that actually came out. How long ago was it? Was it yesterday?
I believe it was 4 days ago.
That sucks. Like, I got the trailer link yesterday, and then you sent to me this morning. And
Some good information. Can I talk? Good conversation topic and good thing for you to see, because I know you're a big fan of Star Wars.
yeah, even though I haven't been too proud of all of Disney's decisions, there are occasional things I still do like. I liked the Clone Wars season 7. I
I have
liked
to say this real fast. Oh, sorry.
and I liked The Mandalorian. But what do you have to say?
Technically, Disney, this whole Clone Wars ordeal with Disney, technically Clone Wars is its own standalone thing compared to Disney. Disney
Well,
only took it because it got so much publicity from people, and people loved it.
and the fans also at the time were trying to get rid of George Lucas because of the whole prequel thing, but I'll talk about that in a separate video.
Yeah.
But getting back to the topic, so the Bad Batch trailer came out, and I was actually pretty excited for it. Like, it looks pretty good.
Wish I could watch it, that thing.
Yeah.
I have to try to find a way of seeing it sometime. But it looks so good. I love the Clone Wars art style. Such a good art style to use.
Yeah, I was actually going to bring this up. It's weird how, when after Disney bought Star Wars and they made Rebels, they went with a complete different style. But then after they did Clone Wars season 7, they're like, oh, let's go back to the old style.
Yeah, because the old style looks great.
Yeah, like
just compare it to, I don't know, I'm trying to think, the Rebels artwork, or Rex and stuff, and compare it to the Clone Wars, completely different.
Yeah, like, it kind of makes me mad in a way, but that's just my opinion.
I like it. For me, I love having a good Star Wars story, but, sometimes if a character has, maybe gained 10 pounds somehow, like how Rex gained some pounds, you wouldn't think he really gained some pounds, because in Rebels and stuff, how he basically lives in a desert on something he had to keep fit constantly on to catch creatures.
Right. So, yeah, let's get to the story. So, basically, it takes place where Order 66 happens, and what I can tell from it, it looks like the Bad Batch is a part of the Empire. That I can tell.
Also looks like they are somewhat. Know how the inhibitorship stuff?
Yeah.
I think maybe they're gonna do a whole plot line on that, and also about the timeless thing. Also looks like it's somewhat before Order 66 too, because it, for me, some of those scenes seem like they're still working way before Order 66 happened. Then the main storyline, like they're probably gonna have a few episodes before, but the whole story is probably gonna be Order 66 and then defying it.
Probably. There was a few characters from the Clone Wars, obviously the Bad Batch. A younger version of Tarkin showed up again in the end of the trailer.
And a very interesting Palpatine.
Yeah, it reminds me of the Clone Wars Palpatine.
Yes, it does. I think that's what they're going for. Like, it was very good. Like, especially being able to finally see his eyes. Like, in the Clone Wars, you really never seen Sidious' eyes, really.
Yeah,
But
because
finally see him, like,
you didn't really see it in the prequel trilogy either until Revenge of the Sith, I'm pretty sure.
yeah. When Mace Windu and the others confront him, and he gets fucking. Oh wait, sorry.
I could just censor it.
That he is basically like confronted and stuff.
There also seems to be a character from The Mandalorian as well, but I'm gonna leave that topic out of it because I'm pretty sure you still haven't seen that show.
Oh, I seen some of it. I seen a little bit of the episode where the Mandalorian takes the baby. Like I know the baby's name, it just can't come to mind to Ahsoka and stuff.
Grogu?
And the armor took 7 hits from a direct lightsaber, which is
that was
very interesting.
That was one of the recent ones. His name's Grogu.
Yes. I couldn't remember it for some reason.
Some people have a problem with it. It's alright, in my opinion.
It sounds like a name for whatever Yoda's race is.
Yeah.
Alright.
So,
what we talk about first? About, like, how the scenes where they're basically fighting clones and stuff?
Yeah. That's pretty interesting how well, it would probably make sense. As you said, at some point they would probably define the order of Order 66.
Has happened with many other clones.
Yeah.
Just in the words of the 51st, that if they had any regrets, nobody speak them at that moment. But at that moment during Bad Bunch, they're probably gonna speak their mind, just how they have their own ship and stuff.
Yeah, as I said, it did look like they joined the Imperials. Who knows? Maybe it'll be an X2 situation, which
Or it could be like that. Oh, sorry.
Which I'm not sure if you know who X2 is.
I think yeah.
He was a Force sensitive clone in Legends.
Oh wait, yes I do. I do remember that one.
He was supposed to be in the canceled Battlefront 3, and he's in a different game called Star Wars Elite Squadrons.
That was for DS and stuff, wasn't it?
The DS and the PSP.
Yeah. Alright. There's just so much, like with the Bad Bunch story, there's so much that can connect to it, and so much that can be unconnected that should be connected to.
Right. My theory in the end of the series, it's every Bad Batch member is gonna die because rebels.
Well, maybe, but if you think about it, they might be permanently put into the Empire, but say, like, the inhibitor chips, they're probably going to maybe reimplant them into their heads, because Bad Bunch, in the name, you would think maybe some of their inhibitor chips are defected, just like was it Fives? Who was it that had the chip in his head?
Oh
It's been a
yeah,
while since I've
it
seen
was
it.
like season 5 or 6. Um, Fives took out his inhibitor chip because a friend of his um
Went rogue
went rogue,
because it
and then
was
they
malfunction.
framed it as they removed the inhibitor chip, he died.
Oh, have you real quick? Have you ever heard of Order 99?
Order 99. I've never heard of that one.
Yes, it's a droid order.
It's a droid order?
Yes, it's basically an order that will not really commit any harm to anybody, and it was healing people. It's a whole comic too. But if you just turn 99 over, it turns to 6 or 66.
Oh yeah.
And the whole reason it was tested just to see if it would work, and it did. So that how Palpatine knew Order 66 would work on most clones.
Yeah, we also saw, I think it was like the wolf people from one of the Clone Wars episodes. Ah.
We also see some interesting droids too, just like the droids from from on Disney and shit. Sorry, I can't
You're
help
good.
it. It's been a long time since I talked to somebody
It's understandable.
that isn't my family and stuff.
That's fine.
Like those one droids that were able to fly and stuff.
They kind of remind me of the Dark Troopers a little bit.
Yeah, they kind of like. I'm not sure. Like Dark Troopers are in the league past like commandos and stuff, and like I think like Dark Troopers are might be like Bad Bunch equivalent, maybe more. I'm not sure.
Well, they are robots.
Yeah, but yeah, I think about this too. Like, what technically is like the Dark Troopers like whole thing? Because like, if you think about it, can't a normal being be a Dark Trooper too? Like, they go through the whole training, like the guard for Palpatine stuff. Like those royal guards and stuff went through a lot of training, so you would think that they had the same thing like that, like the Death Trooper, like all that. Like,
I'm really not sure, to be honest, because what I could tell from like Rebels and episode of The Mandalorian, they seem to be like robots.
But like, I'm just wondering, like, what technically count as one of those troopers and stuff? Like, is it just purely robots and stuff? Like, don't get me wrong, robots are great and stuff. It's just what I'm wondering if organic can technically count, just like how technically if you put a living force crystal into a robot body is technically a force sensitive.
Really?
Yeah, like there's our droids that can be able to use the force just because the force crystal is alive and they have been given bodies. We're getting way off topic, but
yeah. There's just a bunch of stuff in the show, and it looks pretty good.
I really want to see this. Like, I really want to watch it. I want to see the scene where they're using the tanks and stuff shooting at the clone troopers because I want to know that story. Like, you could see like during the one part how they're fighting in the training area against clone, but I want to know what the story is with the tanks because like, is that when they chose to turn against everything, or is it like what's going on? Were there clones that chose to rebel? Like, it's just so interesting.
And it is interesting that we're gonna see the first generation of stormtroopers.
Yes, it is.
Because besides maybe like a few old Legends books. We didn't really go deep into that.
Yeah, like if you can find stuff like on like the armor, like how they pretty much phased out clones completely, but there were still clones. They had choice of remaining or getting cushy places to live and stuff, but they went more with like regular people and stuff. Very fascist, very xenophobic, a lot.
Right.
Wait, I just saw about this. Wouldn't technically clones be xenophobic because technically, like clones are like a different race and stuff. Like they all look the same. Like wouldn't that be like kind of xenophobic? Because like unless it's just like anything that doesn't look like human, like I'm just wondering like xenophobic towards other alien races. Technically, if you're a Mandalorian and you're somebody that looks exactly like them and you're judging them on their looks, would that still be phobic?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Like, I'm pretty sure, like, the Mandalorian explains something like that in the show.
Alright. Mm. There, I'm just kind of really excited to see that. I want to see it. I'm gonna try to find a way to see it for sure. And it just looks so good.
And I'm pretty
Especially,
sure this series is releasing in 2021 that I'm
yeah, yes,
aware of.
yes,
Because
yes, it
what
is.
isn't getting released on 2021?
The new season of Transformers that's coming on Netflix. That comes on December 30th.
Oh, you talking about the Netflix series?
Yeah,
Hmm.
quite enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was alright. It,
I
like,
enjoyed it because
go on?
like you actually see like a Decepticon actually choosing to help and stuff, and like they went into more story. The only thing I didn't like was how they portrayed Jetfire. That was a key character. I think they could have a little bit buffed out more edges too.
Granted, it was only like 6 episodes in the
But
series.
it was clever too with some characters. Like there looks like they were going for more of the dark, but not too gritty. All right.
Alright. So, we should probably get to our final conclusion. I like the trailer. I'm actually kind of excited for
Same,
the trailer.
same here.
It's gonna be one of the many Star Wars projects that's gonna be released on Disney Plus. There's also Ahsoka that's coming out. Republic
Isn't there supposed to be a
Rangers, I
Boba
think it's
Fett
called.
one?
What?
Isn't there supposed to be a Boba Fett one? Isn't it
Uh,
coming out too?
I think I
That's
heard.
how I seen.
I think I heard a rumor about that.
Because I had found that randomly. Like there's just I really want the Boba Fett one because I want to see how he got out.
The
Just like
originals.
in Mandalorian.
Originally, the Mandalorian was supposed to be a Boba Fett show, but then they changed it.
Yeah. Mhm. Which is actually a choice because like that
Yeah, I liked
armor
it.
and stuff, the Beskar armor, such interesting. Like I can't wait till I see like people making that armor because like I've been basically watching people make like all sorts of clone armor and everything. And I can't wait to see the Bad Bunch armor be made in full, and possibly see people make the concept art of their Imperial one if they do go like to the Empire. But like I said with the inhibitor chips.
The one thing that I did like from the Clone Wars is how they expanded the Order 66 a bit.
I liked how they expanded on the clones themselves. Like, they are not like blank slates. They have personality. They have
Right.
feelings. They have all that stuff, and I love that because no clone is exactly the same. Even though they look the same, they aren't the same in the Force.
Mm-hmm.
Such as the one clone that thought he was a Jedi.
Is that part of Disney canon?
Is in the comics.
Like,
There's this one. I'm trying to think. It might be like, I'm not sure. It's just there's this clone that believes he was a Jedi. So he was called Glitch, I believe, and he believed he was a Force user, and he was telling all the clones to use the Force and all that. So I believe it's canon.
Interesting.
Just giving you some interesting Star Wars facts. I'm also wondering this too, like, you know the Black Wing virus?
The what?
The Black Wing virus.
No, I am not aware of that.
Alright, so I'm basically wondering, because, like, the whole Bad Bunch and things, like, how did, like, they are defecting and stuff, like, what caused it? Was it the initial Order 66, or were they finding out about more Palpatine plans, like the armor, the fascism, the secret weapons they're making, like the satellites that shot down lasers on Battlefront 2, or like the Blackwing virus that basically makes zombies.
Huh.
Like, I wonder, cause, like, that might be a cause for why they chose to, like, fight clones and stuff. Like, this is all speculation, but it could be a chance.
Yeah, I know, guys, we're keep going off topic, but
Hey, it's interesting to hear his thoughts, am I right?
right. Alright, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching if you managed to make it through the whole video. Have a nice
Sorry
day,
about
guys.
the rambling.
Have a nice day, guys.
See ya another time.